Well, in a very interesting twist in the hip-hop world, Drake is suing Universal Music Group and Spotify, claiming the two companies worked together to artificially boost the popularity of Not Like Us, using bots, payola, and other methods, which he describes as an illegal scheme. Further accused UMG of violating the RICO Act. I always try to put a RICO on UMG, as well as deceptive business practices and false advertising. False. I've never seen someone lose a rap battle then sue. This is new. This is a new one.
Hey man, Kendrick made accusations that he's not part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? So different people digest things differently. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it's like he's talking slander and bots and all this. Let's just be real. Both of you guys are under the UMG umbrella. Mm-hmm. When your song is released, they worked it the same way as his song was released. The people drive it. Period. If Drake was number one on the Spotify playlist, and what Kendrick did is he didn't let him breathe. It got to a point when Drake dropped, he'd drop. And if Drake's is moving at, 50,000 streams an hour, and Kendrick drops an hour after him, catches him, and he's moving at 85,000 streams an hour, the positions are going to change. Now, what he's saying is, well, it was bots being driven. Listen, bro, Universal could care less who wins.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're getting paid, both of you guys, regardless. Right? The slander thing, I don't understand, because it's like the things you said about Kendrick was a direct shot at his wife. Mm-hmm. A direct shot at his child.
Yep.
Right? And you had no physical video or audio proof of anything you were saying, and a direct shot at his manager, who was also his best friend. Right? So you lying on the man, right? You're disrespecting a woman, and you're attacking a child. Now, from what Kendrick said, respectfully, he has audio and video. Was pedophilia happening on stage? No. But you can see and hear what's being said when a question is asked. You can hear the young lady clearly state her age, and in some people's mind, the age she said at that point, people would have said you should have retreated, right, from any type of conversation that can be symbolic to grooming or making a pass at, right? Although 17 is still legal age of consent in the state of California, right? It still could be deemed as distasteful. So from what Kendrick said, people could see. When that girl said, I'm 17, at that point, your whole dynamics of your conversation should have been sit somewhere else. It should not have been, damn, why do you have to look like this? Or look like, at that point, you gave him some firepower, and you got somebody on your team that had a sexual, type of case. I don't know what came of it, but it's there. But things Drake said to Kendrick, is nothing there. We don't see it.
Yeah, what you're talking about was back in 2010, Drake brought a girl on stage, or his crew brought a girl on stage. I guess he kissed her, and he asked her age. She said 17. And he said, I can't go to jail yet, man. You 17? Why do you look like that? You thick. Look at all this. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breasts feel against my chest.
Now, come on.
That's
Vlad.
That's pretty icky, yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying, so what I'm saying
and
is...
he was 23 at the time.
Yeah, it don't matter. That's what I'm saying is, you're still considered to be an adult. What I'm saying is, the things Kendrick said, he has something in there to point out and say, this is why I'm saying these things, right? So the things Drake said, does he have something? Can he show us something? Is it anything there? I just think he's being a poor sport. I think there's a bigger play behind it. That's why he didn't sue Go at Kendrick directly.
Yeah, that's the part that I found a little funny, because you sue Universal, you sue Spotify, but you don't sue the guy that's actually saying the stuff.
He doesn't sue Apple. Apple drove Not Like Us sales. It was on that platform, right? It was there.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're not suing the actual person who's saying the things.
That's because it's a bigger
If you were to
play.
sue anyone, the first person you would sue is Kendrick. And then everyone else might be, along with the lawsuit, but you're only focusing on that person. Listen, I know how lawsuits work. When you start to sue everybody, it kind of weakens your overall lawsuit. When you're suing the city and the label and the security and whatever, no, you sue one person because that person is the one who actually did the action. And Kendrick's not being sued at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Because that has nothing, it's a play.
Okay.
It's a bigger
I heard
picture.
you talk about this. You think that Drake and UMG are working together to lower the stock price, and then everyone will buy it back up and it'll go back up again.
I don't think it's UMG.
Who is it then?
Somebody else, a more prominent person directly that we know of. Drake, you got a leak. You got a leak. You got a leak in the camp. It's not UMG. UMG will ultimately benefit in the long run. But remember I said this. Over the next 90 days, we'll monitor the stock. It was doing about 23 euros as of like 4 days ago. It's down to like 23 and 22 now, some change. That stock get to teetering in that 16 and 12 and something, and you see somebody swoop in there and buy a couple million shares. And I'm gonna give it to about April, Mayish, between March and May. You'll hear Drake drop the suit.
Listen, as someone who has been hard on the stock market for 15 years, I can tell you that a lawsuit by Drake will not affect the overall stock price
Brother,
of UMG. UMG is a $42.6 billion market cap.
Okay, how old is this stock?
How old is the stock? Probably pretty old, man. Well, I mean,
UMG.
It probably changed hands a few times in terms of corporations, but UMG's been around for decades.
Yeah, but how long has it been public on the stock market?
2021. 3 years ago.
If I would have asked you that, you would have answered that before you researched it, you would have thought it been that way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let the street guy with a GED talk to you. Huh? Now, I said what I said. Like I said what I said about Thug, right? So all we could do is sit back and watch the show. I don't believe he's in cahoots with UMG. I believe he's trying to drive down the stock, come in, swoop up a bunch of it, drop the lawsuit, and somewhere about July, August, we'll see UMG stock probably up to 30, 40 bucks. And at that point in time, we'll see it drop down into its teens.
Right. Well, it's never been at 40. So I'm looking at the stock price
I'm
right now.
glad you said that.
Right. So on July 19th of this year, it was at 28 euros.
I'm
And then
glad you said that.
There was a big drop that happened right after that. I'm not quite sure why, but then it dropped from 28 to 21, which that's a 25% drop.
Yeah, now it was teetering about 23, 24 the other day. It's down about 22 and some change. I got a team watching it. As soon as it drop, I'm going to go buy up a bunch of it as well. You know what I'm saying?
All right. We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
You remember, because I think that 2021, it got you thinking a little bit right
Yeah.
now.
No, I mean, it's a relatively new stock. I thought it was old.
One thing you know about me, Vlad, if I say I know, then I know.